The ESRB has rated Planet Zoo E10 Plus for crude humor, mild blood, and mild violence. It has been approved for everyone aged 10 and over. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the zoo. How you doing? Zoo's doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm wide awake and it's in the middle of the morning. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning right now. And I'm wide awake, so I figured, why not do another episode of Planet Zoo? Yeah, everything's looking really good here. So, as usual, I don't know what we're doing in this episode, so I'm going to go to the wheel, and we're going to do a little spinny spin. Here we go. And even it's lagging a little.
Bush dog.
Okay, the bush dog. It is a tropical animal. I think I've used it maybe once in a zoo. We can do, very doable. Oh, look, we're locked up again. Yay. I've checked, and apparently my brand new for Christmas computer that was supposed to be just as much as an operational as the old one that I had, apparently it's a dud. Running the recording software and all the Microsoft update shit they force you to take, and all the other stuff that you're forced to take by various other providers like Omen, because hey, we've created the computer, we built this computer, therefore we get to shove what we want onto it, and you're not allowed to take it out. I really do need to build my own computer and choose what runs on it. Okay, 2 to 12 bush dogs, 11 males, so equal males and females. 550, huh? All right, well, let's see what we can do. I've got space across the way here. Wonder how much this would be. I need 550. Let's see how much space this gives me. We'll put this barrier up and then test its extent. See what kind of space it provides. That'll work. I mean, it's a bit of an odd shape, but it'll work. And now we're locked up. Every time we lock up like this, I'm going to take a drink, because that way my voice doesn't dry out and I start coughing on you. Come on, think it through. Okay, where were we? I didn't hit that. Come on. I want the barrier controls. Thank you very much. I think bush dogs are South American. Are they South American? They are South American. So let's get South American materials. Beaver Hollow, that's North American. Nordic. Come on. Okay, we're locked up again. Time for me to take a drink. I have an idea, and I'm trying to find the right building. I think I want this one rather than the other one. Yeah. Oh, I think this is going to work. Okay, let's dump this path. And what we're going to do is this. Oh, come on. Really? What? For crying out loud. Yeah, just want to do that for me. And it's being uncooperative. Kill surprise. Okay, this doesn't want to work. Then we will make it work. I'm creative. I know how to make things work. And we're locked up. But yeah, apparently my my hard drive can't take the strain of actually running this game and the recording software. Despite my last computer, the one that I replaced with the new one, the new supposedly upgraded one, could run it just fine. But now it's like, oh no, we can't do that. That would, no, that would just be impossible. Ta-da! Okay. And we're locked again. Okay. How much fence do these guys need? They need grade 2, 1.25 meters. That's not much at all. In fact, let's use these. Hmm. And we're locked up again. Dum-de-dum, de-dum-de-dum. But apparently, unless I replaced my hard drive, or, have the Geek Squad fix it for an exorbitant amount of money, because I am not a computer professional. You want something cooked, I'm your man. You want, some grade A barbecue that will just melt in your mouth and make you wish that your grandma were still alive. I can do that for you. But computer engineering, software design, I am not your man at all. In fact, I'm the opposite of your man. I'm the guy that sits there going, oh, I guess. Not that I'm stupid, it's just that the topic has never really interested me. I'm not a computer guy. I play on them, but I saw something interesting once. It was a discussion on whether or not Clark's Law has already come to pass. Clark's Law, for those of you unfamiliar, was thought up, invented by science fiction author Arthur C. Clarke, who famously wrote that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Basically, he says that the meaning of it is that eventually there will come a time where technology is so advanced that most people will have no clue how it works, and it might as well be people waving magic wands and going hocus pocus. Well, this one gentleman says it's already happened. And he talks about how we all drive cars, but only about half of us know anything about the internal combustion engine. Jesus Christ. And, if you ask the average American, how does your car work? They'll go, well, we put gas in it, and then when we want to go, we press on the pedals. And they have absolutely no idea how it works beyond that, And it's the same with computers. I know generally how they work, but don't ask me to explain it in any detail, and absolutely don't ask me to fix the goddamn thing. And even but there is, I have a limited capacity, because I can look into my computer and go, okay, that right there is the graphics card. If I needed to replace it, I'd know where to go. I wouldn't know how, but at least I'd be able to, poke it in the right place. But seriously, if I needed if I needed to replace my graphics card, I have a Geek Squad account for that. I'm not ashamed of it, because like I said, I'm a cook. I'm not a computer professional. And I happen to know that most people who work to program and repair computers, they wouldn't know how to shear an egg if you held a gun up to their head and said, "Do it or I'll shoot you in the skull." They'd go and not be able to figure it out, which is perfectly acceptable. Not everybody has to be competent in the same way. And I think we're locked up again. By the way, shearing an egg sounds complicated, but it's actually a pretty simple procedure. It's basically a way to bake an egg. When you go to cooking school to get your certificate, I am not about to say that going to cooking school makes you a chef, because it doesn't. Running a restaurant makes you a chef. Getting so skilled at cooking you no longer need to use recipes makes you a chef. Merely having a diploma from a cooking school makes you a very well-educated cook, but it doesn't make you a chef. Although, if you hear some of these kids talk, you know, they'll get right out of cooking school and they go, well, you know, I'm a chef. No, son, you're not. You're not. I understand why you think that way, but you really, truly are not a chef. Not until you get some restaurant experience under your belt. Anyway, what was I talking about? Shearing an egg. It's a very simple procedure. When you go through cooking school, one of the things you have to do is called the egg test. And in the egg test, you have to cook eggs 10 different ways. Cook eggs to order in 10 different ways. And you can pick any way you want to cook them at all. You know, it doesn't matter. However you want to cook them, you can cook them that way. And when I did my egg test, I did hard fried. I did over easy, sunny side up, and how else did I do them? I did scramble, I did an omelet, and I did poached. A lot of people forget about poaching eggs, but I like poached eggs. I like eggs in general, to be honest. But one of the ways you could have done it, if you were taking this test and were locked up again, was to shear the egg. And shearing an egg, like I said, is basically a way to... whoa, that was weird. Is basically a way to bake the egg. Without causing it to burn, without causing it to rupture, without doing damage to the egg. You bake the egg when you shear it. I had a very wise cooking instructor. His name was Chef Mark Cross. He was brilliant. I enjoyed taking his classes. He was a really good cooking teacher. He knew his craft. He was actually a certified master baker, the only certified master baker in the southeast United States. And naturally, he was brilliant at baking. I mean, if you're a certified master baker, you're gonna be good at baking. But he was teaching us. What I can't remember what we called it. But the upshot of the class was Cooking Basics 101. Basic techniques. Frying, boiling, baking, things like that. Stewing. How to do the basic techniques. And that's where the egg test came in for his class. Because, and this is what he said, cooking an egg is simultaneously the easiest task you can do, because cooking eggs takes seconds. Cooking an egg properly doesn't take any time at all. It's like boom and you're done. But it is so easy to mess it up that it is also one of the hardest things you can do in a kitchen. It is so easy to mess eggs up that it is one of the hardest things for a professional cook to do in a restaurant kitchen. And I can tell you, he was absolutely right. When he said this, oh, he was absolutely right. Because it's so easy to mess eggs up. And it really is. You have to be careful with it. Come on. Okay, we're locked up again. I mean, I had some cooking classes that were difficult. Oh my God, they were difficult. But his class was not one of them because he was excellent and he, come on. Oh, I see. He explained things very well. Although anytime we were learning something that touched on baking, he had a hard time bringing it down to our level since he was such, so good at it. We were doing puff pastry and how to layer puff pastry. And he was like, okay, class, all you need to do the puff pastry. And he rolled it out flat and then he said, now take some butter and do this. And it was like the butter teleported onto the puff pastry. And it was like, Chef Cross, could you do that again, but slower? And he goes, oh yeah, I'll do it again slower. Okay, let's get us some more puff pastry and let's add the butter. And it just appeared. He is so fast. And it was like, didn't catch that again. Sorry. You're going too fast. And he goes, okay, you know what? Let's do it this way. And then he got one of the guys in the class. He said, okay, what I want you to do is I want you to roll the puff pastry out flat. And the guy who was doing it, his name's Brian. He rolled the puff pastry out flat. He goes, okay, now what you want to do is you want to take small pats of butter, just handfuls of butter. Not big handfuls either, tiny handfuls. And what I want you to do is lay them out flat on top of the puff pastry so they make a single layer. And Brian went like this and did it, and he goes, yeah, like that. But you have to do it more evenly. And Brian was like, okay, like this. And he did it again. Yeah, that's perfect. Exactly. And the thing is, when Chef Cross was doing it, it was just so damn rapid. It's like, bang, it's done. And we're like, wow. This man was a good teacher. But he was also very experienced. I had an instructor, her name was Babette. Her name was Danielle Babette. Her last name was Babette. And she taught desserts and pastries. And in her class, we made ice cream, we made cakes, cookies, strudel, various baked goods. And we did the final assignment for her class. And we were supposed to do, we had an hour to make six desserts. And she's like, one of them has to be a mousse. She wanted us to make mousse. And I said, okay, all right, we can do mousse. All right, come on. Oh, I see. And she said, oh, and by the way, I don't want to see a horde of chocolate mousses. Chocolate mousses are classic, but they're also boring. Do something original. Okay, something original, not chocolate mousse. And everybody's grabbing, various fruits, cherry and stuff like that. And I went, nobody's picking pineapple. Let me grab the pineapple. Well, it turns out there's a reason nobody was picking the pineapple. Pineapple has an enzyme that literally denatures dairy. And of course, a mousse is a cream product. You make it using milk and cream. And so I'm sitting there going, yeah, I'm going to make a pineapple mousse. And everybody's like, you don't want to do that. And I said, no, I'm going to do it. And it turns out there is a way to use pineapple in dairy desserts. But you basically have to boil the pineapple for 20 minutes before you do that. And I did it by accident. And when I presented my finished mousse, she said, you made a pineapple mousse? And I said, yes. And she tasted it and looked at it and went, okay, this is pretty amazing. But I have to ask you, how did you figure out how to process the pineapple so it wouldn't denature your cream? Because I haven't taught you that yet. And I went, is that what I did? I don't know. We're locked up again, by the way. I don't know if that, if I did that, I certainly didn't intend to. And she goes, no, but it's a good thing. And I said, well, yeah, I understand that, but I didn't, it wasn't intentional. And she said, okay, you did this advanced technique and did it accidentally. And I said, yes, ma'am. She goes, that's brilliant. And she gave me full marks on my mousse, even though I did it accidentally. And then she explained it to me, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I accidentally overcooked the pineapple juice. She was like, you accidentally overcooked. Yes, I accidentally overcooked the pineapple juice. I didn't mean to do it. It just kind of happened. She was like, you lucky bastard. The fact that that happened on accident is stupidly lucky. That's like fall off a building onto a pile of $100 bills. Lucky. It is ridiculous lucky. Okay, let's see. We'll get a bamboo feeder because, hey, this is an animal the bamboo feeder goes to. And we'll get some scent markers. We'll put them at the corners. Everybody loves a cardboard box. We'll put one of those down. And we've got a disco ball. Put the disco ball down. Skittle feeder? Yeah. Skittle feeder. And a bubble machine. Do we have enough room for a bubble machine? We might not have enough room. These things have enormous, stupidly big hit boxes. So they don't always want to work. They need some water. How much water? It doesn't have to be deep. And we're locked up again. But the water does not have to be deep. That's a good thing. There we go. Alright, hold on a second. Let's do this. Terrain. Obstructed, okay. Okay, is it going to cause me problems? It may be causing me, it may want to cause me problems. That's okay, I have solutions. The solution is start removing things and build around it. Because these animals use the burrow. I don't need the shade. Obstructed. Why is it obstructed? Is it because there's already fences up? Is that what the problem is? And we're locked again. Okay. Yes, I think that's exactly what's going on. Hold on a second. I'm very sorry, guys, but I need to send you back to storage. Why is that valid? Nobody else is. Obstructed. Why? Why is it obstructed? Oh, that's valid. Barely any water at all. Doesn't make any sense. Again, barely any water at all. And we're locked again. Okay, well, if this is all the water I can get, I'm going to use it. They don't require any depth to their water, so maybe they'll accept this. And we had a boop in the sound system. All right, well. Yeah, let's bring these two invalid. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I took down all the barriers. And now we'll put the bush dogs back. Bush dogs. Okay. Every month. Every month. Every month. And we're locked again. Okay. Water pipe. The tropical one. Okay, we're not going to use that one. We're going to use the basic one. This one. And we're locked. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. Okay, and let's see how she fares. 13 meters of water. We're not going to get water. I tried. It's not happening. space. Critical crowding issues. Okay. I may need to have to move these guys in a later episode. Because I've already spent, what, close to an hour building this habitat, and it turns out the space is too small. We're locked up again, by the way. So I'm going to do a future episode where we move these guys to another space. Maybe over here. But I'm not going to do it right now. I'm not going to do it right now. So anyway, folks, this is our bush dog habitat, such as it is. I'm openly admitting that I made it too small, and I do intend to fix it. I will fix it later. But right now, it is what it is. So, the next episode will be me doing this habitat correctly in another area. I thought that they would be able to fit in here, but apparently this is nowhere near enough room. They don't have enough water. You know, it's just not working out. So, yeah. That's what we're doing next episode. We're going to be fixing this habitat. I'm thinking about putting it over in this area here. Maybe along this area. Anyway, guys, I hope you join me. I will talk to you later. Thank you very much.
Evolution can account for all the humans crashing into habitats and ravaging the planet we inhabit as if we can get a new one. There is a solution, you could be a part of it. There's a revolution, you could be the start of it. Better get a move on while there's still a chance of it. If there's no improvement, this could be the last of it. Nature was a haven, now we need saving. No more conversation, time for cultivation. We all got a part to do to help the world pull through, but you gotta build a zoo. This is the law of the jungle, as old and as true as the sky. The forest protected shall prosper, the forest neglected shall die. You've an aptitude to change attitudes, cause we have to prove it's that planet to grab your shovel. Let's work to do, the world's in trouble. You gotta build a zoo.